happy to do that. I can show you what I do. So this way you can see exactly what we do. Because what I do, which helps immensely, is that we use Embark, or not Embark, but Engage New York, or Eureka Math. And so like today we're working on, this is module 6, lesson 7. And so what I do is I have this with me, and then this is the problem set associated with it, and I print it out every day because the kids really like to do it, and for 2 reasons. One is it helps them to see what they need to do. They then, if you want, I can get a little closer. So they'll go in and they'll look at this. They'll look at the problem, and then what I do, it allows me to follow them. I can walk around the room, see what problems they're at. It's harder to see that necessarily when they're online. And then they make mistakes. But I watch them a lot of times when they enter the problem set. Sometimes they'll make a mistake entering it, and I can see that they did the work correctly. I could override the results in assessments. I can see, they did it correctly on paper, and I give them I'd give them whatever percentage they got, and mostly on what I call the essay questions, where I have to assess. I wrote the assessment, and I do the assessing. I could then go through and I can look and I can see, they did it correctly on paper, but they entered it wrong, and then I can make an adjustment accordingly. Well, it's interesting because one of the things that when they push back, they are used to doing this and on paper, and then what happens is they do it on paper and they get graded, and they don't get the grade usually till the next day or 2 days later. I basically say, you guys, don't you want real-time feedback? Wouldn't you like to know how you're doing as you go? And then I start talking, and then I walk them through a few times how they use assessments and how they get real-time feedback as they're going through and doing their problems. And as soon as they start seeing it and start using it, it all of a sudden becomes a no-brainer. In fact, they love it. I mean, they just jump in it, and I have no problem at all.